Chapter 10. Importance of Transport System. In our daily lives, we use various modes of transport to go from one place to another. How people use transport facilities, roads, waterways, railways, and airports, and why people make different choices to use transport services are discussed in this chapter. Besides these, we will also read about why and how people depend on transport for their source of earning and how markets use transport. You will learn more about the other means of transport such as railways, waterways, and airports in higher classes. Transport system in Telangana. If we look for a big picture about the transport system in the state, we would note the following. Roads. In India, most roads are built and maintained by the government. There are different types of roads. Some roads are national highways which are built across different states in the country. For instance, a road network called National Highway number 44 runs through Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, while the state government maintains the roads connecting small towns and districts. Panchayats are responsible for the village roads. These roads are made of gravel. Corporations and municipalities are responsible for urban roads. Roads laid along the international boundaries are called border roads. Roadways play an important role in connecting the people in remote areas with the main cities. Railways. 1/5 of travelers in India use trains. Railways are mainly used to transport goods like coal, iron ore, fertilizers, cement, food grains, etc. Telangana has a well-developed railway network connecting all the districts. Railways transport goods to and from seaports. Airways. There is one international airport in Telangana. The international airport is situated in Hyderabad, Shamshabad. The international airport is meant for travel from Telangana or neighboring states to foreign countries. This airport also connects Hyderabad with other cities and states within India. Waterways. Almost all the goods traded by Indian traders are transported to other countries through its ports. Port cities or towns are thus major trading centers. The state of Telangana does not have any coastlines or ports. Andhra Pradesh has 15 ports, out of which Vishakhapatnam is the largest. Rivers such as Godavari, Krishna and Penna in Andhra Pradesh and their canals are used as waterways. Seaports are also crucial as most of our foreign trade is done through them. Use of roads for production and sale of goods. Most people in Telangana depends on roads for travel. Transport facilities available to villages in Telangana vary. In 2001, nearly 3/4 of the villages had transport facilities. In earlier chapters, there were descriptions about farmers, fisherfolk, and industries which depend upon transport for various reasons. Farmers take their produce to Raitu Bazaar. Fisherfolk need to take the catch to the buyers before it gets spoiled. Paper industry use lorries to get raw material. Industries that produce goods depend on the transport system to reach their consumers. Let us take the example of cotton. Cotton produced by farmers moves from fields to factories. Since there are different processes through which cloth is produced, it has to move from one place to another until the finished product is made. Markets are thus dependent on transport facilities. Employment in transport activities. There are 2 people who operate a bus, a driver and a conductor. For the overall maintenance of transport facilities in a state, hundreds and thousands of people are required. For example, the Telangana State Road Transport Corporation is a government-owned transport service which employs about 64,000 people to run about 10,000 buses. These employees maintain accounts, repair buses, or work in the bus depots. Some employees issue bus passes and tickets in the bus stands or work as checking inspectors. Majority of the vehicles running on Telangana roads, that is about 3/4 of them, are two-wheelers. The functioning of transport system also requires many support activities: petrol or diesel pump stations, repairing shops, selling transport vehicles and spare parts. Transport services and choices. People could use a particular mode of transport depending on the facilities available and affordability. Sometimes options to use different types of transport are possible. For example, it is possible to travel by bus, train or flight to Bangalore. For centuries, ships were an important mode of travel to faraway countries to take people as well as goods. But today, there are fewer people traveling by ships, whereas goods are mostly transported by them. It is possible that some of you come to school by buses. People who are employed in factories, offices, household shops, etc. also depend on transport. Every city may not have easy access to public transport such as buses. So the people depend on their own vehicles or hired vehicles like auto rickshaws or taxis. If the cost of travel is high, people may not be able to move from one place to another. For example, if the wages in one place are higher than in another place, people earning low incomes may wish to move to get higher incomes. But if the transport cost is high, they may not show interest in moving to that place. The cost of travel, especially for people who earn lower income, is too much, as they have to put away a larger share of their earnings for it. Cycling and walking may not be possible to travel long distances. In big cities, it also becomes important to have enough place for people to walk or ride a bicycle. Even when there are pavements, you may find them occupied by shopkeepers. Sometimes the height of the road and the pavement could be so different that persons who use wheelchairs cannot use them and take the risk of riding them along the motorized vehicles. Congestion and pollution. Most cities in our country are now experiencing congestion and traffic blocks. If the public transport system is not efficient, people buy private vehicles, which can further increase the traffic blockages in urban areas because the roads may not be broad enough to accommodate all these vehicles. Let us try to understand this with the help of an example. The number of people living in 6 big cities in India increased by 2 times during 1981 to 2001, whereas the number of motor vehicles went up by 8 times during the same period. Motorcycles and cars are used in a big way. This has led to the increased use of petrol and diesel, which has increased air pollution. To reduce pollution, we should consume less of these petroleum products. Public transport is more efficient in this aspect as it carries more people with minimum cost. Traveling safety. Road travel nowadays has become more risky. The road accidents, deaths and injuries affect low-income families, as many of those killed or injured tend to be cyclists, pedestrians or pavement dwellers. Accidents can occur not on roads alone. There is risk involved in other means of transport too. In places where roads and railways cross level crossing, there are often gates to stop the vehicles while the trains are passing. These are called railway gates. However, if there are no such gates at level crossings, it is important for people and vehicles to stop and look in both the directions before crossing the railway line. Road Safety Week. In the first week of every year, the road transport departments all over the country celebrate Road Safety Week. On this occasion, they give guidelines to the people to follow traffic rules. The government-run companies such as Telangana State Road Transport Corporation conduct awareness campaigns among drivers and give them training to drive safely. They also go to schools to organize essay writing, debate, and other competitions for students and encourage them to travel safely following traffic rules. Every person using the transport system, roads, railways, or airways, and those working in them are required to follow specific safety rules. This will reduce the deaths, injuries, and other casualties that occur due to transport.